Hey, beautiful souls. I'm Sarah, your soul oracle, deconditioning coach, and mirror here at Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. This is your energy update for the week of November 9th to November 15th. So, this week, something powerful is shifting, but it's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's not asking for attention. It's subtle, it's intentional, and it's soulful. The kind of shift that starts in the roots and rises up when you're finally quiet enough to feel it. The skies this week are asking you to slow down, not because you're off track, but because something deeper is trying to come through, and that something needs space. Mercury is going to go retrograde in Sagittarius. And this one isn't just about tech glitches or delays, it's a sacred pause, an invitation to review your truth. Are you saying what you really mean? Are your ideas rooted in you, or are you just reacting to the noise? Then on November 11th, Jupiter stations retrograde in Cancer. This is an emotional reset, a chance to redefine what home really means. Not just where you live, but how safe you feel in your own body and in your own presence. And on the 12th, Mercury meets Mars in Sagittarius, which means tempers may spark. But remember, you don't have to match the heat. There's power in the pause. So let your fire move through intention, not impulse. This week isn't here to push you forward. It's here to bring you back to yourself, to your rhythm, to your knowing. So if you've been feeling restless or uncertain, or like something big is shifting, but you can't name it yet, you're not broken, you're becoming. So don't rush the process. Don't perform the healing. Just stay present. Listen deeper. Speak slower. Feel fully. Because truth isn't something out somewhere out there. It's already inside you, waiting to be heard. So take a breath. You're not behind. You're right on time. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You're not leaving the path. You are the path. So, general energy for this week. We've gone over a little bit in terms of the transits, but general energy for the week for everybody. So, first card is 11th house friends. Pluto transformation and North Node life's purpose. So, some big things are happening this week, even though there aren't a whole lot of transits. Some things are going to be shifting up in your friend circle or your basic or your community circle. Things want to transform. Pluto is there. It's making changes, it's making shifts. And it's all pointing you towards the direction of your purpose in life. Now, our purpose in life is sometimes a little confusing because people tend to think of it, your purpose in life, as your job, your vocation, what it is that you're supposed to do in life. Now, generally, that is true. It is what your purpose is in life, is partly to do with your vocation, but it's not a specific job. It's more along the lines of something that you are supposed to inhabit as part of this life. It's an energy that you're supposed to focus on, not just a vocation. So take that in mind as you're making these shifts and you're making these changes. Now, the gene keys that I work with can be a great way for you to find out what your life purpose is and what it is specifically, that energy that you're supposed to be playing around with. But keep in mind that this is the North Node, it's the direction that you're headed in. And so while you may know what that direction is, even with the gene keys or with astrology or with any other medium that's out there, it's not just as simple as, okay, I know what it is. I'm going to move in that direction and I am going to do that. There's shadow work and there's all kinds of layers towards the things that we need to work towards. So, this is an opportunity for you to use that Pluto energy and to transform those shadows that are there. What is it that you're being shown? What is it that your community and your friend group is reflecting back to you? Because sometimes that is just as important as anything else that in terms of information that you're getting. So remember that this week is a great time with this retrograde energy for you to really look back and to see what it is that you need to work on. Now, Mercury is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about truth and putting us in that right direction of what is true for us. And Jupiter is in Cancer. Cancer is all about the home. It's about nurturing. It's about family. Use those signs to your advantage. Move with the energy and what it is trying to tell you. And then you can go from there. So I've pulled cards for each zodiac sign, and the messages, they're layered. The sun and the rising sign is where the gold lives this week. It's where your future self is whispering to you through the veil. So let's tune in. It's not a matter of controlling the outcome, but to mirror back what your soul already knows is ready to shift. So let this be your pause, your anchor, and your reminder that these energies aren't here to break you. They're here to help recalibrate you. So, cards this week. Like always, we're going to start off with Aries. So, Aries, your card this week is wisdom. Wisdom is something that is presented to us. Now, you can do with that energy what you like. And most likely, Aries, you may think that you already have the answers and you can just throw anything else away. But this is a time for you to really listen to what people have to say. Remember, Mercury is in Sagittarius. This is all about truth. This wisdom is true information. It's true for you. So you need to take the information into consideration. Don't just dismiss it. Think about it. Let it integrate. See how you could potentially move with that energy and what it might have to tell you about the direction that you're trying to go in. The information is being presented to you for a reason. The question is, will you take the wisdom that's being offered to you, or will you just reject it because you think you already know the answers? This isn't a week for you to reject the information that's being presented to you. It's a week for you to sit with it, to think about it, to pause, and let that information calibrate and see how it works for you. So move with that energy. Take that wisdom and start to figure out a way to integrate it, as it will provide you with important information if you do, and it may just change the direction of things in a positive way. Taurus, your card this week is Storm. There is a storm coming your way. Now, storm could mean any number of different things. There's different types of storms. There are hurricanes, there's earthquakes, there's forest fires, there's blizzards, there's any number of types of storms that are available just out in nature. Those could help you to determine what it is. Now, seasonally, right now we're in hurricane season, so that's a possibility for a lot of people. We're not necessarily in blizzard season, but and the forest fires are definitely a possibility for a lot of people. But it doesn't necessarily mean storm in that traditional aspect of things, although those are the information that they want me to give you. Storm means that there is something percolating within inside of you. Now, maybe you have repressed something. You've wanted things to be this way for such a period of time. And maybe you're finally getting what you want, but it's not quite what you thought it was. That storm is going to be coming to a head. You may crack under the pressure of it. You may release all of your frustrations onto somebody else who doesn't deserve it. But your frustrations are kind of boiling to that point. And the point of this is that you are supposed to move in a different direction. You may be so certain that you were supposed to move this way, and so you went this way, and you ignored all of the warning signs. And so this storm is brewing to redirect you, to point you in a new direction. So start to move in that new direction this week. If you can, then the storm will be less, because the universe wants to get your attention. But if you don't start to move in the direction of where the storm is coming from, then the storm is going to get bigger. It wants your attention in that way. So see what the universe is directing you towards, where it is guiding you towards, as that storm has information for you. But you have to listen to it and not just think, I already know. All right, Gemini, your card this week is Hope. Hope is an important thing. It can be one of those things that will get us through the most difficult and challenging times of all. And you always need hope. And this is a time for you to be really hopeful, Gemini. But having said that, don't let your hope become idealistic. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes a sense of idealism or sense of optimism or sense of hope can make us not see the issues that are right in front of us. Make sure, even though you're hopeful, that you don't dismiss the information that is being presented to you. Follow the signs, follow the synchronicities. That is just as important as hope. If you have red lights coming up everywhere, then you are obviously not on the right path or something is off. So don't be idealistic. Focus on what it is that is an issue and how can you use hope to help you to move through that. So remember, don't just dismiss it. Find a way to work with it and let your hope lead you in the direction that you need to go in. Cancer, your card this week is balance. So your energies are a little bit out of balance. It's all right. Things are shifting, things are moving. We're supposed to go in this direction of growth, whether we want to or we not. But balance is important. It helps us to find our equilibrium. How can you find balance this week? You can find balance through energy work, through just finding ways to reduce your, or shift, I should say, your work balance, your work-life balance. Everything needs to be in balance. You can't spend all of your time in one area of life and not expect the other area of your life to suffer. So find a way to boost your time in the area of life that is suffering. The other area of life will still be there. You have invested a lot of time in it. So spend some time in the area that is out of balance. Or as I said, if your energy is out of balance, then this is a great time for you to do work on that area. Because all of us need a little bit of balance in our lives, and that includes our bodies. Leo, your card this week is reunion. This is a time for you to bring the two sides of yourself together. Now, all of us have two sides of ourselves. We have a light side and we have a shadow side. Most of us, our shadow sides tend to get the better of us, whether we want it to or not. And it's okay. It's a natural part of human nature. We tend to just get trapped in that cycle of negative energy and the shadows that keep us down, that keep us from moving forward. It's part of what the lesson here is in Earth School. But you need to merge those two energies this week. Find a way to take the shadow and transform it into the light. If you're having trouble with that, I have meditations that can help you with that. They're here to help expose the shadow for what it is. It's a shadow, and to help walk you into the light. You can do this. Now, if you don't want to use me, that's fine too. You can use some other modality or some other teacher that's out there. But it's important for you to integrate both sides of yourself. Integrate those two energetics and see how your life can shift and your life can change as you incorporate those aspects into things. So merge the shadow and the light this week. That's your task. Virgo, your card this week is self-knowledge. What do you know about yourself? Now, that may seem like a stupid question because you may be like, I know all about myself. And maybe you do. You should be the foremost authority on yourself. But oftentimes we give up our knowledge to somebody else, or we let somebody else control us and what we do. We let them tell us what we should do because we think they know better. And you know what? Sometimes they do, but maybe they don't. This is a time for you to question and to look at what authority are you giving away to somebody else and to say, what is it that I know? And to take that and to implement it. Now, maybe what you know and what they know line up. Great. But maybe they don't. You are the authority over you. You know you better than anybody, even if you don't think you do. So be knowledgeable about yourself this week. What is your intuition telling you? What is your body telling you? What are your emotions telling you? These are all clues. Follow your self-knowledge this week. Don't let your mind get in the way. Don't let other people get in the way. You focus on you, and that will help you to move in the direction that you want to go. Libra, your card this week is Manifest Light. Now, this goes back to what I was talking about in terms of Leo. How can you manifest light in the world? Now, in order to manifest light, you have to acknowledge the darkness. You can't just ignore it. I wish you could, and it would just automatically go away. It doesn't just automatically go away. In order to manifest light, you need to work on those shadow sides of yourself. Find balance. That's important for you, Libra. Find balance in this life. And what is it that you need to do so that you can manifest that light? Because you have so much to give the world. Whether you think you do or you don't, you have a lot to contribute. And this world desperately needs light. So find a way so that you can manifest and bring your light to the surface. As you never know, you will not only change your own life, but you could just change somebody else's. And isn't that the point to everything? Is how can you contribute most to the world around you? Scorpio, your card this week is growth. Growth is the name of the game here in Earth School, whether we want it to or we don't. We are sent here to grow. This isn't a time for you to fight it. This isn't a time for you to go, I already know it, because you may know parts of it, but you don't know everything. So what can you learn? What can you use to help you grow and to move in that new direction? Because growth is important. It is one of the few constants in this life, is growth. So pay attention to what areas are being shown to you. Where are you being directed? Because that is the area that you're going to grow in right now. That doesn't mean that at some point in time you're not going to pivot and grow in some other area. Or you may be conquering multiple areas at once. But find a way to grow this week. Learn something new. Try something different, as all of them will help you to become a better person in the end. Sagittarius, your card this week is Inner Peace. What do you need so that you can be peaceful with yourself? Now, oftentimes we focus on peace in the outside world, but peace is actually an internal process first. In order for peace to be shown to the world, you need to do the work yourself first. So while we want our outside to become peaceful and then we think that it will integrate inward, it's actually the opposite. Find a way to be at peace with yourself. Because if you can do that, then you can exemplify peace in the world around you. And eventually, if enough people do that, then we might just be able to have peace here on earth. But it's an internal process first. So find a way to be at peace with yourself this week, whatever that may be. It could be meditation, it could be walking in nature, it could be anything, but find a way to be at peace with yourself. And don't ignore the shadows that come up, as they also have something here to teach you. And if you can work with those, then you might just find a way to be at peace within yourself. Capricorn, your card this week is Illumination. Something is being illuminated for you. It is being shown to you. Are you taking that information into consideration? Or are you just hoping that it will go your way? Most likely it's not just going to go your way. It may. But when something is being shown to us, it's important that we take the hint, that we start to move in that direction. Because that illumination, it's showing us something for a reason. And if we just dismiss it, then that illumination is going to get bigger, because the universe wants to get our attention. So what is being lit up for you this week? And that is the area where you need to look at. You need to see what focus is being put there. It's being put there for a reason. So don't just dismiss it. Walk into it, move with it, see what it has to say, and then make adjustments based on that information, as it's important information, so don't just ignore it. Aquarius, your card this week is personal truth. This is a great time for you to be looking at what is true for you. Now, what is true for you, I'm not talking about facts. That's different. I'm talking about what is true for you as a person. So, what is true for somebody else might not be true for you. It's okay to try that on, but if it doesn't feel right, then you need to move beyond that. You need to look at a different perspective. You need to look at it from a different way because this is a time for you to look at and examine what is truth for you. Does it feel good? If it doesn't feel good, then that's not the right thing for you. So examine personal truth this week. Make shifts and adjustments if you need to so that you can feel at peace with yourself and what is going on within you. Because, as I said, what is true for you might not be true for somebody else, and vice versa. So just walk with it, move with it, and see what happens. And Pisces, your card this week is leadership. So you may not think of yourself as a leader, Pisces, but you have the potential to be a leader if you think that you're not. Leadership comes in all different forms. Leadership doesn't have to just be something that you walk with all day long. It can be the subtle things. It can be showing up for people who are in need. Leadership is something that can take on all different faces and all different forms. So, where can you step up and be a leader this week? Now, sometimes you're going to be uncomfortable with this process as it gets started. That's all right. You don't have to be front and center all the time, but you can be front and center in different places. So, where can you show up? Where can you lead this week? That's the question for you. And then take steps so that you can move in that direction. So remember, you're not lost. You're between stories. So let these messages find a place in your body, even if they don't make sense yet. Because sometimes the most powerful knowing comes in the quiet after the card is pulled. So let the messages you received anchor your next step, even if you can't see the full map yet. Our sun and rising sign, they're codes that are layered. So let them sit, let them settle. And if you're craving deeper cosmic guidance and spiritual anchoring, come join me inside the Soul Keys Temple. It's my signature monthly membership. We move with the moon. We look at the transits, and we anchor into the astrology of the moment through live sessions, reflection prompts, and potent transmissions. It's where the soul meets structure, and where you're reminded that your path is sacred, even when it's messy. So you'll find full details at my website, www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. You can also always book a personal soul session with me if you want to go deeper one-on-one. Same link. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and the magic will continue there. So here's to a week of sacred pivots, anchored clarity, and deep inner resonance. So stay tuned in, stay luminous, stay you, and I will talk to you next week.